Episode 15 of our podcast. In this episode, we will discuss the network effect in the Vyry world. I'm with Tommaso Di Bartolo, the founder and CEO of Phygital, the startup laying the building blocks of spatial experience. How are you doing today, Tommaso?
Romeo, today I'm doing like a well-made Negroni. Bold, a little complex, but always smooth at the end. How about you? How are you doing?
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Just coming
Awesome.
back from a nine-hole golf tour. So yeah, that's pretty good. Can you
Beautiful,
believe?
beautiful. Congrats.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Can you believe we are already on episode 15? It's been a couple of months we are doing it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Romeo. Yeah, very, very insightful and very fun. What are we talking about today?
Amazing. Yeah. So, as you already remember, we did our last episode on the social media and how it's not really social, it's just media, and how people are just there to consume content. We want to take that conversation a bit more further in this episode. So, social media generally consists of two types of users: the content creator and the content consumer. Now, Viri moves away from that by introducing a co-creator model. What does that mean exactly?
Outstanding question as always. Well, if we zoom out, what is a so-called network and effect, and how does it drive engagement? There are different types of network effects that humanity feels like leaning into, right? Maybe one of the most, let's say, known one the last 25 years is the one that you mentioned, which is, the vanity one, right? So the users engage based on status recognition, right? And obviously, a ton of brands pop to our mind when we think of that. Instagram become influencer, right? Twitter have the badge, right? So that's leaning into vanity. Then you have kind of network effects, which are more into let's say utility driven, right? So they participate because there is a problem, and that very specific problem is solved or enhances their productivity by being part of that specific network, right? Then there is the famous tribal, right, where users engage because there is a sense of belonging, right, and identity, shared values, right? And what we do with Digital is the altruistic one. So what's the altruistic one? So the users contribute because they believe of a greater cause and want to help each other. So think of, why is Wikipedia and all the editors contributing into that, right? Because we want to contribute to the mission of democratizing the truth or knowledge, right? Open source developers, right? So what is the angle that we are undertaking? The angle that we are undertaking is, first of all, the target audience is Gen Z and Gen Alpha. So Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they are very much genuinely leaning into helping others. They really care about things that happen in the world. They care about, the environment. They care about each other. They care about ethics. They care about how we behave with each other, right? And so they are at this generation, unlike the social media generation that, by the way, was built not for Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Three, two, one. It was not, but it was built for the millennials and actually today also baby boomers on it, right? So it's
Yeah.
coming down and winding down in their fulfillment of their needs. So it needs now a new network effect that serves the new needs. Does it make sense where I'm going with this? And the
Yep.
new needs
Yep.
are altruistic. Now, how are we solving this? Altruistic because ultimately what we do is we solve the problem of social isolation by providing students on campus through Vyry a better way to foster community. And the way of fostering community is physical digital. So we take the physical world and we say, we know that if you go outside and we overlap that and merge it with the digital world, you have the best of both worlds. And within this dimension, this new dimension that is called the Vyry world, which is the physical digital dimension, you are interdependent with each other, not independent, so interdependent, meaning that in order for me to build this physical digital world, who is the creator of it? You are the creator of it. You can contribute to it. And how do you do it? Because you can work with others, collaborate with others, co-create with others that physical digital dimension. And therefore, we are moving from user generated content social media, right? Where I like, I
Yep,
comment, I
yep.
share, right?
Hmm.
Into user generated experiences, where the experience is not created by one, but by multiple people at the right time, at the right place. And therefore, what spatial experience, the industry that we are coining and leading, is democratizing experiences, right? And that's the network effect that not we are creating, because it would almost sound almost like arrogant, but there's the fundamental need for the Generation Z, Generation Alpha that is to come. That is the altruistic way of being within a network. I am in a location, I do something for a purpose, I help you. How can we do something together? And by the way, at the center of all this, it's a beautiful mission. It's a beautiful behavior. It's a genuine behavior. It's a behavior of let's call it love, right? Because I'm here for each other. And the question here is, how is this needed? Well, how is love not needed? How is helping each other not needed? Right? How can we do more of that? Because if you also have the parallel right now that is happening also on the market, which we all are embracing, super AI and AI becoming basically the intelligence for robots, the intelligence for machine, the intelligence for autonomous vehicle, right? How can we human being be more there for each other? So it's needed, it's a necessity, it's something that is fundamentally ingrained inside out and fundamentally needed for what is to happen, where the machines are basically having an intelligent level, right? And we are not even talking about artificial generative, but an intelligent level that we are coexisting with. So what makes a human being? Love, emotions, right? And that's exactly what we are doing, Romeo. How does it feel?
That feels amazing. Can't agree more with that. So what you were talking about is a completely sort different set of incentivization mechanism that you have in place that did not simply exist in previous social media. It was all about vanity and look how many likes I got, look how many AdSense click I got. So is that the underlying correct sentiment that right now Gen Z and in future Gen Alpha, they want to be there for each other?
Well, Romeo, by the way, this is not judgment or just observation more than anything else, right? Vanity has its place, right? And
Hmm.
vanity leads, and the network, that original social media. But we could also talk about the gaming network, where there is a win or lose mentality, right? It's more about either I stand out with visibility,
Hmm.
right, and I became an
Yeah,
influencer,
yeah.
and that has worked the last 25 years. Or in the gaming industry, which most of the game are about truly built with a win or lose in mind, right? So now it's shifting into, wait a second, I don't want to neither stand out nor do I want to win or lose, but what I would actually like to achieve is a collaborative effort, so that I have first a feeling of belonging, where others are there under the same purpose, right? Where we in a group are doing something, collaborating, creating something, and because of that something, and that something follows the same vision, the same mission, right? And we have this feeling of accomplishment, this feeling where in this group we have built something, we have created something, we established value together, right? And these are the sentiments that are becoming louder and louder from each individual Gen Z and Gen Alpha that we are interview, and we feel like the advocate, right? We are building this new thing called spatial experience. We are providing them right now a mobile app on Android and iOS, closed beta right now as we speak. And they have this collaborative effort in a geolocation on campus for them to create and build something, right? And that is exactly the going back to your original question. Yes, vanity, great for social network, traditional. One person wins, everybody watches. Gaming, great. You spend time. You're a gamer. You dedicate time to it. There is a win or lose. But how about collaboration? How about belonging? How about feeling of accomplishment? How about you being the designer, the narrator of your story? welcome to Vyry. That's what we do.
Amazing. Yeah. So let's zoom in a little bit. So the two primary user roles in the fairy world are obviously the explorers and the content co-creators with basically an altruistic intention. What are their functions exactly? How do you see them behaving in the fairy world?
Yeah, the co-creator are the users that understand that they have the ability to be a contributor into this physical digital world, in creating something. Or what does it mean, Tommaso? Well, you know when people ask you, oh, if you would go on an island, what are the three things that you would take with you?
Yeah.
Right now, so, oh well, wait a second, what is it that I would take with me? Right, so let me think. What would I take with you? I think of that for a second. What would you take with you? Right. So why are you saying that? Well, because now this physical digital dimension, I would like every listener here, okay, to truly allow yourself to think free. So look around you. What if whatever you see around you, okay, is from a future perspective too static for you? What if whatever you see around you could have a level of information on top of it, a level of engagement that is bespoke to your current moods? Oh, I can see an interactivity in front of me at the corner of the bakery where I'm at. I can see on campus an activity that I can do with others there that leans into my guitar playing lessons that I have. I can meet like-minded people that love also dogs at the corner of the supermarket, and there is a layer in there that is related to the topic, right? Well, Tommaso, but this is very futuristic, guys. It's here because we are building it, right? And by the way, right now through mobiles, and then soon in smart glasses. Now, smart glasses are not distributed yet, right? But so the creator is the one who says, what do I want to take into the to the island? And the island now is a physical digital dimension. So you basically take convert through images, very simple, through images, right? So the same way you're doing it in social media, right? You take images. By the way, statistically, Generation Z and Alpha take roughly 15 to 25 pictures a day. Now, what happens with those pictures? Over 80% stay on their phone, and maybe a short amount, 10% or something, lands where? On social media. What do you get on social media? Maybe a comment or a like, maybe, because remember, it's just a small percentage of social media creators. First of all, small percentage, only 10% create, and then only a small percentage of those creators are influencers, right? Almost like
Yeah.
nobody is
Exactly.
a couple of them, right? So you don't
Yeah.
get really anything. And what we do is we take those pictures, the pictures of your environment, the picture of your car, the pictures of your dog, the pictures of your beauty, the pictures of your food, right? And we convert those into a game-like experience. What if technology could do that? What if technology can see, oh, this Italian dude, he took a picture of a pizza, lasagna, and a wine. Oh, he's into food. Yes, I know. I can always talk about the things that I'm passionate the most about, right? It is food, and I'm very nerdy about that and very cheesy, maybe being an Italian, but that is me. So what if that could become an interactivity? What type of interactivity? Well, it can become an interactivity where there is a storyline about how to create together a pizza. And then you need to collect for the pizza maybe digital, right, ingredients that you can find in your surroundings. Well, why is this? Why is this actually interesting at all? Because it's almost like a pedagogical way of you learning how to do a pizza, right, with others that are
Uh-huh.
also into. Oh, wait a second. That now becomes okay. Now, and then pizza is one example, but that could become anything. Could become engaging with tables that in front of the Bill Gates Plaza or Bill Gates corner building. Sorry, Bill Gates building at Stanford, where you have a couple of tables in front of it. That those tables are converted into a surface that you can hit them and you can interact with those, and we collect the interaction that you did, and that becomes a social interaction with others that also do the same, and Oh wow. Okay. So now we are making, basically going back to your question, the creators are those who contribute into this new dimension with images. The underlying secret sauce is for us to take those images, interpret those images, reason those images, present you engaging contextual narratives that then you with others that we also refer and recommend into those activities, right? You can do things together, and that's the new way of fostering community. It's contextual, so meaning it's about what you did. It's geolocated, so it's you're surrounded, right? So that's the reason why I
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
gaming and social media meets IRL, right? And it's timely, right? Because it's relevant to what you did, right? And that's the role of a co-create. And then discoverer, just to wrap up your question, who are the discoverer? Well, the discoverer are those who, in the near future, they say, "Hey, Vyry, show me the world," right? And it turns on, and you look around, and you would see things, Romeo, that matter to you. So I remember that the Italian dude that did the pizza in a quest, right? Now he might potentially see things that are related, culturally related, or ethically related, or topic related to the affinity of that person, so that every angle becomes almost an opportunity for you to mingle and socialize, right? And hang out. And so that's basically what we are creating now. Yeah, I hand over to you to see my that I have for these things, right, and how clearly we are moving towards that future as a mission, as a company.
Absolutely. No, it's absolutely a treat to hear you speak, because when I give you a topic, you just go with it and you have it thought of all out like Magnus Carlsen, like 15 moves ahead, and every single thing you have covered in one answer. And that's how fun I have when I'm doing these podcasts. And
That's awesome.
what I like the most about it is like it's all of a sudden like a subreddit community has come into life, where I am in a certain area and I want to basically discover a certain community, and I basically go to the video app and I see everyone around me. So for example, if I'm really into ukulele music and I'm in Palo Alto, I can see everyone who is creating that kind of content, and I can instantly become part of that community, right?
I like that comparison. You could say, actually, Reddit meets real world, right? Obviously, the interpretation goes far, right? There are kind of
Yeah.
a series of flavors that you could add, or how you could, let's say, present it in a very in a more tangible. Reddit, because of themes, is one, right? Meets spatial,
Mhm.
right? You could also say, Uber meets spatial, meaning that Uber democratized the taxi industry, right, by empowering, obviously, drivers, right, to be at the right time at the right place, right. Similarly, we think of the democratization of experience, right, that we empower every user to create experiences at the right time at the right place. You could do also that mix, right? So at the end of the day, I think, as of, let's call, we are recording it in February 2025. Think of truly Pokemon Go meets Minecraft. And what we say is, Pokemon Go from an exploration perspective, Minecraft from ability of creation and from a creativity, right? But even though both are in the category of games, what we are building is not a game, but it's the new category, spatial experience. Well, what legitimizes you to create a new category? Well, because we are social, but not social media, and we are playful but not a game, and then the environment is the Canva and not the screen, so we are aiming for screenless activities, right?
Absolutely. Fascinating conversation as always, Tommaso. So, everyone who is watching or listening to it, please, if you are a student in the United States, you're very welcome to join the very closed beta. We have the QR code at the left upper corner of the screen. You can just scan it and join our Discord community, and hopefully, we will see you in our version 03 app closed beta as well. Tommaso, any closing word from your side?
Well, we are building it not just for student, but with students, right? It is something new, right? And there's something new, solves the fundamental challenge of social isolation slash the divergencies of going into social media and leaning into anxiety and depression and having this feeling of it is actually challenging you to meet like-minded peers, right? And we are basically empowering the user ultimately to live a playful life, right? Starting with campuses in United States, on our website Vyry World, we say, hey, what if we can unsack your campus live, right? By actually
Yeah,
allowing
yeah,
you to interact with it, right? So take a look at it, and every single opinion, every single thought, right, counts. So if you feel connected with this topic, this is more a mission than anything else, right? So it's a movement, right? We would like to have you be part of it, right? We want to hear your voice. So come and create the imaginable and discover the unseen at Vyry.world. I'll see you over there. And as always, Romeo, thank you for the question. Bye.
amazing. See you in the real world. Bye.